Hello guys. Hello, guys. Hope all is well. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not all about guys. We're trying to build up the whole community, irrespective of gender. So, this is Ken here from Rug Detectives, coming to you with another episode. Hope everything's fantastic. Make sure you have your tea, your coffee, your water, your beer, your whiskey, whatever you're drinking. Let's get straight to it with another one. Anyway, so today I'm going to give a tutorial and a talk, and this is more of an educational aspect, but extremely important, especially what's happening in the space today. And we're going to really talk about Binance. So Binance Smart Chain, because if you've been trading so far within any projects, a lot of the times you'll be using Ethereum, right, to be able to enter trade. So you might have a Trust wallet, a Coinbase wallet, a MetaMask, and you're basically funding, converting from fiat, so dollar, pounds, euros, for example, and you're converting it to Ethereum. And then you're basically using that to then enter, buy trade, sell trade, and so on and so forth. But what's happened over the last few months is that we've seen huge congestions. We've seen extremely expensive fees in terms of gas fees that one has to pay, and it's really making it difficult for especially a lot of the new investors or a lot of people that have a small amount of capital that they want to deploy, and it's tough. It's extremely tough, and I think Ethereum's really struggling and finding some problems until they look at this whole layer 2, which is in its works, but we're still quite a long way away, and it's probably going to take at least a year until they really have something that they can launch on the mainnet. So today I'm just going to actually walk you through an alternative or something that you can be able to look at, because we're seeing some phenomenal waves in terms of gas fees, in terms of transactions, new addresses, and also projects. For us, we're looking for opportunities. Number one, how we can be able to look at making 10x, 100x, 1000x, but also making sure that we make the right decisions and trading wisely. And that's extremely important. This is where we come with the Rug Detectives. Just to also let you know, just working on a few things. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and follow the channel. Hope you're really enjoying the valuable content. I have to really appreciate, just to let you know, that we've changed the logo. So I hope you do like the new logo that we have. Find the crypto gems and shut down the scammers. And then also, I just really want to thank, basically just received our first Patreon. So this is the Patreon account, our first Patreon for $14. So this individual, I'm not going to say the name or the email, I'm not too sure, wants to divulge, but basically they'll be receiving this information in terms of newsletter, Q&As that I'll be having, behind the scenes content that I work on, early access to Rug Detectives in terms of new projects of the month, interesting projects that I'm looking at that I haven't really told the whole public about. So this is what we have here under this group. And if you just want to support the cause, and if you're finding value in terms of not getting involved in or saving yourself money from potential scammers or making money from the different projects I look at, again, this is a disclaimer. I'm not recommending anything. These are things I'm looking at myself. So if you provide any value, then great. But yeah, really appreciate it. I started this channel essentially just to really document and show people what I'm doing myself, and how I'm investing, how I'm trading, how I'm minimizing risk, and really trying to catch some of the scammers and looking for interesting projects. But now it's taken another turn. So we want to really step up in terms of the quality, the volume of the episodes, the type of value that we really provide. So if you're interested in following, supporting the cause, you'll find this Patreon in the description. Let's get straight to it. So first and foremost, so just want to give you a quick breakdown if you don't know. In terms of Binance Smart Chain, and this link is going to also be, I'm going to put this in the description, so you can be able to have this, and it's a really important resource for you. So basically, Binance Smart Chain, BSC, is essentially the Ethereum virtual machine, EVM, which is a compatible smart contracting platform launched by the world's largest crypto exchange, Binance. So Binance has been around for quite a while now. They're probably the leaders in the space, doing phenomenally well. They have also their own token, BNB token, that's really hitting all-time highs, and they're really doing well because they're now creating this whole ecosystem that are enabling projects, companies to build projects on top of their stack, essentially. So as you see here, the Binance Smart Chain versus Ethereum race, and I want us to pull it as, is Binance Smart Chain the new Ethereum killer? So let's take a look and look at the stats rather than just my opinion. So BSC describes itself as a dual architecture aiming to empower users to build dApps, so decentralized applications, and essentially mint digital assets that they can be able to offer and provide to people interested. Yes, so at the same time they will take advantage of fast processing times in terms of the speed to TPS, transactions per second, cheap trading in terms of the cost, and also cross-chain transfers, so you can be able to move from different chains. The recently deployed smart contracting platform that runs parallel to the Binance chain on Feb 9th processed 1.65 million transactions. So let me say this again. The Binance Smart Chain processed 1.65 million transactions, which is essentially more, or over 300,000 more than Ethereum. So Ethereum were literally the leaders in the space. And if you take a look at this, is essentially the Ethereum interface that one can use. This is the Ether scan. So you basically will then connect your wallet, MetaMask Wallet Connect, Coinbase, for example, to this. And then you can be able to then look at any opportunity projects to trade in. So now they're saying that Binance has essentially really gazumped them and on a phenomenal rise. So we want to take a look at the addresses and see exactly what they mean here and what's happening here. So let's just pull this up, shall we, in terms of this link. So this is Ethereum unique addresses. So this basically shows the new addresses people are opening as a chart. So we've seen a steady rise since the inception back in 2016, 15 times, phenomenal growth to a point now there's a daily increase of about 177,000. So right now there's 136 million wallets at the moment. So we've seen from, let's say, July 2020 of about 113 million to now 136 million. So really, if we could just take a look here. So you're looking at about 15 to 20% or less than 6-7 month increase in the transactions. So although there's been more interest, we haven't really seen a exponential continued growth in terms of the new daily addresses that are opening. But now if you pull up Binance here, just want to basically just show you this. Pull up Binance here. This is the Binance Smart Chain unique addresses. So when they really commenced, this was back in September 2020, and they only started daily increases of new addresses. So these are new basically addresses or smart chain people that want to use the platform. Of 76 per day on average, they had about 300 addresses, and now move forward to literally less than a year. There's 1.1 million. There's 1.1 million. So from 388 to 1.1 million, that's absolute phenomenal growth there. So this just shows you the interest, and the daily increases from 38 is now literally daily increases of 30,000 new addresses that's basically created. So this is showing you that there's an adoption that's taking place. People are then saying to themselves, why are we using Ethereum when there are other alternatives that are providing more value? We always look at value. So this is just a depiction of something to look at, so that you're aware of what's really going on. Okay, so then we wanted to also take a look at what's really happening in terms of on top of that stack. So normally when you use with Ethereum, you'll be using, as I showed you earlier, you'll be using Uniswap, right? So essentially, Binance actually have their alternative, which they're calling it Pancake. And with Pancake, basically, this is obviously a decentralized entity. And I just wanted to break down and show you here. So Binance Smart Chain base DEX launched by Anonymous. And if we scroll down, I wanted to give you a more breakdown in terms of what say Pancake here is a decentralized exchange built upon Binance Smart Chain, as it shows here. So what this is basically exchange for swapping BEP20. So in Ethereum it's ERC20, but with Pancake it's BEP20. And ultimately what this does is Pancake Swap uses an automated, phenomenal names they come out with, I must say. It uses an automated market maker AMM model. That means that while you can trade digital assets on the platform, there isn't an order book. So there's no order book available. But what you're doing is essentially you're matching with someone else's. So instead you're trading against the liquidity pool. So what's happening here is open up the Pandora's box and provide you with opportunities that you can trade with a list of various tokens, let's just say, within the stack. There's also this link that I've also added here, shows you how you can be able to connect, so you can be able to see in terms of the trading volume, just so that you can see here that this is the Uniswap 24-hour volume of 1.2 billion in terms of the volume. Pancake is at 739 million 24-hour trading volume, and they haven't been around for that long. So it shows you where the growth is right now in the space. And also with Pancake, people are using this platform for yield farming opportunities. Okay, so what happens here, and I'll just open this link to be able to show you all these links I'm showing you here. This link will basically show you the Binance Smart Chain. This will show you that all of the yield farming opportunities on this stack that you can be able to look at, and then it'll give you the APYs as well that generates, that you can be able to make money from. So this is something that you can be able to be aware and take a look at. So what you have is you have the Ethereum stack, you have the Binance stack, and then also if you wanted to be able to take a look at the various projects, then this is another link I wanted to show you. Pretty interesting store where you can see all of the various different platforms, so assets. Ethereum, you've got Polkadot here. Polkadot here will show you all of the different projects being built on it. Really, really good, interesting model. So if we just go to here, Binance Smart Chain, and then Binance Smart Chain, this will show you all of the various different projects, assets that are being built on the Binance Smart Chain. So you can be able to start doing your research, and when I come out with interesting projects, they're really based on some of these things I'm looking at. So you can take a look at the hottest projects, you can look at the newest projects, and it gives you a whole breakdown. So there's a lot to look at, but this is why I'm here, to really comb through all these various projects, take a look at which one's of interest, and then saying, listen, this is one I'm looking at. Then there's another, obviously, a link here which gives you a metric of here. So I'm giving you more or less a glossary. It gives you a metric of the various tokens on the Binance Smart Chain based on the market cap. So as you can see here, it gives you information about the price, the market cap here, the amount of holders, and then you can be able to scroll down and go through this in your own time. So I'm running through this because I know people's attention span is quite limited as a human being, so I don't want to spend too long, but I'm just giving you as much information. So if we take a look at in terms of the speed, so we're comparing against Ethereum, we take a look at the speed, in terms of the cost transaction fee. So meanwhile, it is 49x cheaper to move value in the Binance Smart Chain. So the network is interoperable and uses the proof of authority consensus algorithm. So as I mentioned earlier, the BSC network generated just over 300,000 fees. This was a few days ago, which is phenomenal. So this is extremely value added one to take a look at. If you were using the Uniswap, for example, via Ethereum, to be able to enter or close a position, enter a trade, this is the network fee, is $143, and that's just an example of what we've been seeing of late. But using BNB with Binance Smart Chain, you're seeing a network fee of 37 cents. Let me say that again, 37 cents. So it's a phenomenal differentiation in terms of the cost. And if you take a look, if you only have a small, let's say, account size, this will, 3 or 4 different trades will eat into your overall portfolio, and that's not good. And that's the reason why there's a huge amount of growth and adoption that's taken place on the Binance Smart Chain. Now, if you wanted to basically show you regarding the gas fees, so you can clearly see that yourself. This is on the Ethereum network in terms of the average gas price. So we've seen from Jan 2016, the average was about 194. We're now looking at an average of about 232 at the moment, the average gas price. If you take a look at Binance, we are seeing there was a spike, which basically was a few days into when it was launched. But if you see, the average gas price is 21. So 21 is the average gas price for Binance compared to 230. So it's 10x literally on that average wise. And it just shows you another indicator in terms of stats, visual representation, where we are going here. Just some information about, the blocks and how it works regarding the validators. They're basically the ones that make sure the Binance Smart Chain keeps going. So by staking BNB, they process transactions and confirm new blocks. Yes. So in return for their service, they earn transaction fees that stem from network activity. So they're ultimately using a mechanism called Proof of Staked Authority, POSA, and this is essentially a model that you can be able to see. And this is a link I've provided here. So I also wanted to show you, because there was actually a mention from, if I even had the link somewhere, so let's just find it. I basically wanted to show you, let's just type in, because the CEO of Binance, he basically mentioned something basically a few hours ago actually, and just wanted to find this to show you exactly what I mean. And he basically stated that, if we can find it somewhere here, just give me a second, I'm just doing this in real time. So he's mentioning basically about the gas fees. Anyway, I can't find it. I'm going to just send you a link afterwards, not going to waste your time. But basically, we're just mentioning, just in terms, this is the first time in terms of speed and also the amount of addresses. And really just in general, we're seeing the pros and advantages of using a Binance Smart Chain instead of Ethereum. And this is something that you want to take away, something to think about. Spend your time to go through these specific links to understand the models. We'll be really focusing a lot more on the various projects on the Binance Smart Chain. We'll also be then taking a look at different other ecosystems, let's say, such as the Cosmos, such as Plasma, and really taking a look at where we see this long-term growth, where we see the value added for us. And then we'll start looking at opportunities to take place. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. This is more of a tutorial. This is more of an educational thing to take a look, because I want to really build up that aspect so one has a full understanding of what's really going on in the space. So anyway, please feel to like, subscribe, follow, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.